The budget compromise first took shape over the weekend at a meeting of Senate Democrats and Republicans. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar was one of the Democrats in that meeting. Senator, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. It's great to be on.
Thank you very much. We note, first of all, that many people are saying Senate women lead in effort to find accord.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not, as I said earlier.
Senator Susan Collins played a major role in bringing this group together, 6 Democrats, 6 Republicans, half women. And I think we played a constructive role in terms of setting up a framework and some ideas and bringing those to leadership on both sides. And I don't think it's also a surprise that the Senate is able to work out agreements and find some common ground. We've been doing it with the Farm Bill, the immigration bill, and we're very hopeful the House will follow suit.
But the question is, did the Democrats and the president get most of what they wanted so that you will not be able to sell it to John Boehner, who will be able to sell it to his caucus?
Well, when you think of it, this is an agreement that doesn't contain a lot of partisan pills. There isn't really anything except keeping the government open, giving a short time frame, which was important to both Democrats and Republicans because we really want to have an incentive to negotiate a larger budget deal, as Major was talking about, so that we don't lurch from financial crisis to financial crisis, and then making sure we're paying our bills for the next few months while we're making these negotiations. And I think in that way, everyone knows the job isn't done yet, that the real job is ahead of us.
Well, Senator, let me press you on that because already House Republicans have said this is the Senate Surrender Caucus. What have you given to help get these House Republicans on board?
Well, I think, first of all, the deal, I'm not going to negotiate it right here. The outlines aren't there. But I think what has happened here is that we made very clear we're keeping the Budget Control Act in place, but giving an opportunity to negotiate a longer-term budget. We have a Senate-passed budget and a House-passed budget. They've always said that they want to work it out in regular order. We can do that and figure out a way to really get some smarter cuts in place rather than just the hammer of sequestration. Well, there are cuts, that's true. But there's also some other things that we can do, reform, revenues, to really put this country in a better place to compete globally.
Well, what about concessions on Obamacare? Anything for the Republicans?
Well, again, the details on this aren't out yet, but I think that you've seen changes to the Affordable Care Act over time. The 1099 provisions for small businesses were changed. I'd like to see major change with the medical device tax, get that repealed. There are things that we can do, but I think the president's point was that it's not the time to do it when the government's shut down.
Let me ask you a final question about the Obamacare website where people can sign up. $400 million was spent on this site, and as you know, it is plagued with problems. There are some people who have suggested people should be fired. What's your take?
Well, my take is first looking at my state, where we haven't had quite those problems. We've had over 10,000 people get accounts, over 300 small businesses, and there are clearly some issues, and everyone has said that. I think the most important thing for the American people is the rates are pretty good. There are some great bargains there that you aren't able to get if you're a small business or an individual on the regular market. And I think in the end, once those glitches are fixed, what really matters is what's the product, what you can buy, what's the competition. That's what matters in the American marketplace.
All right, Senator Amy Klobuchar, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.